Okay, hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll discuss the convolution sum. So now what is actually the definition of convolution sum? Now if you take the equation that is y of n, that you know already, summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of k into h of n minus k. So the convolution sum definition, it is a weighted superposition of the time shifted impulses. Now if I give as to a system an impulse as an input, now what is this response of the system to an impulse? So the output of this, the system which is response to an impulse, it is called as an impulse response. Okay, so it is not audible clearly.
Sir, it's low, sir.
Now is it fine?
Yes, sir. Now it's fine, sir.
Okay. So now, so if I give the input as an impulse to a system, what is the response of the system to this particular impulse? That is actually called as the impulse response. Okay, impulse response. Now if I shift these impulse responses, okay, so this time shifted impulse responses to a particular input. Now if I give some any input x of n to a system, so now the time shifted impulse response output, so the which is actually multiplied with the input, so that will give the convolution sum. So actual definition, we can say the weighted superposition of the time shifted impulse response is known as the convolution sum. That is, if I expand this summation, you will going to get x of, so if I take k equal to 0, so x of 0 plus h of minus h of n, sorry, so into, so this one is into h of n plus x of 1 into h of n minus 1 plus x of 2 into h of n minus 2. So like that, even in the positive negative side, x of minus 1, so into h of n plus 1, because if I put k equal to minus 1, it will become plus. Now you can see it is a multiplied for a particular input signal at sample, and it is a running the time shifted impulse response. Here it is time shifted by a value 1 negative side. So like that, if I summate all these things, so that we'll call it as a convolution sum. It is a weighted superposition of time shifted impulse response. So that is what we'll call it as convolution sum. So now we'll see, so how to, if I give two signals, one is an input signal and one is an impulse response, how to find out the convolution sum. So now we'll see that. So take this one, so x of n, which is given like this, the impulses, which is equal to, at 0 it is 1, and at 1 it is 1, and at 2 it is 0.5, and 3 it is 0.5. So now this is the x of n which is given, and h of n, so this will be like this. So that is, here it is at 0 it is 1, and at 1 it is 0.5, and at 2 it is 0.25, and at 3 and 4 it will be 0, and here also all other values are 0. Okay, so now this is the x of n and h of n is given. Now we need to find out the convolution sum. Now what is the equation for convolution sum? That we already know, that is x of n. So we can represent this as a star convolution h of n. So this will be equal to summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of k into h of n minus k. Now, so in this summation, so you can see the input is in terms of x of n, the output is, so that impulse response is in terms of h of n, but in the equation we are varying the variable as k. Okay, so that's why first we need to if the given signals are not finite values, now we can see 0 to 3 and 0 to some 2 it is there. If it is finite values, then we can perform directly the convolution, that will be easy. If it is not finite, if I have some 10, 11 or 15 samples are completely right sided sequence like that, then we have to convert that given signals in terms of the k variable, that we will see one problem later. Now since it is a limited values of the samples in the input and impulse response, we can directly convolution we can get it. So now if I just go on putting the values of k values up to 0 to 3, so then you will going to get 4 samples along with the impulse response. So now if I put k equal to 0, so you will going to get x of 0 into x of h of n plus x of 1 into h of n minus 1 plus x of 2 into h of n minus 2 plus x of 3 into h of n minus 3. So now we can perform this, so one by one term. So if we take x of 0, so now this is x of 0, only one sample at 0. Okay, so this is amplitude value 1, so this is x of 0. Now what is h of n? H of n is same as whatever it is given, it is 1, 0.5 and 0.25. Okay, so now we need to multiply this x of 0 with complete h of n. Okay, so now if I multiply this, so what you will going to get? So you will going to get this term, so which is x of 0 into h of n. So let us take this one as y1 of 1 and this one as y2 of, or you can take this one as y of 0 or y of 1, like that you can take. So any label you can do it. So y of 0 and this is y of 1 and this one is y of 2 and this one is y of 3. Okay, so let us take all these terms and you can add it those terms, y of 0, y of 1, y of 2 and y of 3 will going to get, so the final convolution sum. Okay, so now you can see, so I am getting the y of 0. What is y of 0? You multiply this sample with all these samples, so you will going to get, so 1 into 1, so it at 0 it is 1, so here it is, the index is very important. So 1 into 1 it is 1, so then 1 into 0.5 it is 0.5, at 1 it will be 0.5 and then 1 into 0.25, at 2 it will be 0.25. Now this is y of 0. Now similarly y of 1, so you need to do it. Now what is x of 1, you can see. Okay, so first you write x of 1, so I'll write here only. So now x of 1, so which is actually at 1. Okay, so this is x of 1 with the amplitude value 1. Now what I need to do, I need to shift h of n by unit value 1 by right side. So that is your h of n minus 1. Okay, so h of n minus 1 means, so now this is h of n, so if I shift that, at 1 you will be having the sample value 1 and at 2 you will be 0.5 and at 3 you will be 0.2. Now if I multiply these two, you will going to get y of 1. Okay, so now y of 1, so which is actually 1 into 1, 1, so the index value where it is starting you need to see. So don't look at the index value of the x of 1, look at the index value of the h of n minus 1. We are multiplying this x of n to whole h of n minus 1. Okay, so now at 1, so you'll be having 1, So 1 into 0.5, at 2 it will be 0.5, and at 3 it will be 0.25. So now this is your y of 1. Okay. Now similarly, so you'll be having the x of 2 and then x of 2 and then h of n minus. Okay, so x of 2 it will be 0.5 at 2. Okay, so now h of n minus 2, so it will be shifted by 2 units. It will start from 2, it will be 1, 3 it will be 0.5, and then 4 it will be 0. Now if I multiply this one, you will going to get y of 2. So that y of 2 will be starting from the index value 2. So it is 0.5 into 1, it is 0.5. Now at 3, 0.5 into 0.5, 0.25, and at 4, 0.25 into 0.5. Just multiply and tell me what is the value. 0.5 into 0.25. Is 0.125? Is it 0.125?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is the y of 2. Now similarly, so I'll write y of 3 directly. You can write x of 3 and h of n minus 3. So n minus 3 will be starting from 3, and then x of 3 will be 0.5. So now the result is same but shifted by 1 unit. Okay, 3, 4 and then 5. So this will be 0.5 and this will be 0.25. This will be 0.125. Okay, so now we need to add all these things, that is y of 0, y of 1, y of 2 and then y of 3, so that you will going to get the complete convolution sum. So now that y of n, I'll write it here, complete y of n. So now your y of n will be, now you can see what is y of 0. Now at 0 it is 1. So is it y of n having the samples at 0? No. And here, so sorry, here y of 2 is not having any sample, and here also is not having any sample. So now only we have, so y of at 0, so we'll be having only y of 0, that sample is amplitude value which is 1. Okay. Now, so now at 1 we have y of 1 as well as y of 0. Here it is 0.5 and here it is 1. So 1 plus zero point 0.5 we will going to get 1.5. So now at 1 we will going to have 1.5. Now at 2, so here it is 0.25 and here it is 0.5. So 0.25 plus 0.5, 0.75. Again at 2 here 0.5 is there. So what is the total value? 0.5 plus 0.51, 1 plus 0.25, 1.25. So now at 2 you will be having 1.25. Okay. So now at 3, now at 3 we will be having, so this sample and this sample. So at 3.25, again here 0.25, zero point 0.5 and here it is 0.5. So you will be having, so total value 1 at 3. Now at 4, so there is no sample here, only the sample here, and here there is no sample. Okay. So at 4.125 and then 0.25. So 0.25 plus 0.125, 0.375. So this is at 4. And 5, so there is no sample y of 1, y of 2 and y of 0. Only we have sample of y of 3. So that is at 5.125. So now this is the actual convolution sum of this sequence. Understood? Any doubt in this? Hello?
No doubt, sir.
Okay.
Understood.
Yeah. So now if the finite sequences, if it is given, or finite uh, impulses, then you can do like this. But now some problems, what will happen? There are more number of samples. So now how to do that one? So that we will going to see. Okay, so now find the convolution. Find the convolution sum of y of n, which is equal to u of n convolved with u of n minus 3. Okay, so now this is what, so the given sequence. Now we need to find out the convolution sum of this. So now we know that the convolution equation, so which is k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of k into h of n minus k. So now since the variable in our summation it is varying k, so now the given signal, so now let us assume this as x of n and this as h of n, or you can take either this as x of n and this as the h of n. Both are possible, anything is possible. So you can take any one of the input as x of n and then h of n. Now in my case I am taking it as, so this one itself that x of n and this one is as h of n. Okay, so now I'll convert this x of n. So now first we need to know what is x of n. X of n is u of n. You can see here the n is a variable, so this is your x of n. Now similarly h of n, so h of n we need to see the shifted version here. So the h of n is the shifted version, which is after 3 it will going to have h of, that is it is shifted by an amount of 3. So now we need to put it in terms of the variable k variable. So instead of n we need to find it in terms of k variable. Okay, so for that, so x of k I am going to put, so that is instead of n, so I'll change it to x of k. So this will not change any, so the signal that so signal samples in the n variable. So this will be having same x of k. So instead of n I am changing it to k variable. So now I need to bring this in terms of this form. Okay, first I will write x of k, that is h of k. Okay, so now h of k is nothing but, so the k is shifted by 3, so that is this one. So this is nothing but u of k minus 3 I am putting. Okay, or we can say, so this is nothing but the h of k, so which is shifted by the amount of 3. So that just where I am changing the variable from n to k, which is shifted version of the signal. Now this is h of k, but I need h of, so this n minus k I can write it as minus k plus n. Okay, so that is k plus n and it is a reflected version. Okay, so that we need to find for h of k. Okay, now k is the variable, n is the shifted value. Okay, so that we need to understand here. So now I need to find out what is h of k plus n. Okay, now is this is k. So now if I shifted this signal by n times, so that is left side, that is since it is a plus n, we need to shift left side by amount of n. So now if I shift that amount of n, so what will happen? So here, so this will be having 3. So now here somewhere n will come. So now since I am shifting n to negative side, so here it will become n plus. So since we are moving in the negative direction, so this will become n minus 3. So this 3 value it will going to negate. So this will be so shifted by so n minus 3. Okay, so now this is nothing but our h of k plus n. Now still I need reflection. Okay, so that reflection, so if I do on this vertical axis, this we will going to get h of minus k plus n, which is the required one, that is h of n minus. Now if I do like that, so this will become so n minus 3, it is so reflected version. Okay, so got it this one. So how to get the h of n minus k? So this is very important. Once you get this one, then it will be very easy. Okay, is it fine now? Understood? how h of n minus k arrived? Hello, understood or not? Hello, Rishabh.
Yes, I got, sir.
Okay. So now we need to convolve these two. That is, wherever the region overlapping, we need to take. So non-overlapping region, we need to leave it. Okay. So now that one. So we need to write one below other. So I'll write here x of k is there. So now I'll write h of n minus k. Okay.
Sir, this is in terms of discrete time signal, no, sir?
Yeah. So I have written continuously, but yeah, here it is discrete time like this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 1 2 3, so it will continue till the value infinity, and here it will be up to n minus 3 sample. Okay, so n minus 2 like that, and it will continue till infinity. Okay, so this is your h of minus k plus n. Okay, so is it fine? Understood? So now we need
Yes.
to get the value for the convolution y of n. Now, so for that y of n, we need not to sketch, just we need to see where the samples exist. Now you can see whenever this n minus 3, if it is less than 0, that whenever this n minus 3 which is less than 0, so because both are now in k variable, okay. So now this k variable in the h of n minus k, so this n minus 3, this samples is shifted, so less than 0, that is this n minus 3, if it is less than 0, what will happen? So the multiplication of this and this, it will going, because we are multiplying here. Okay, so these two multiplication will give 0, is it not? So your y of n will be equal to 0. Okay, so now if this n minus 3, if it is less than this 0 sample, so the multiplication of these two will become the convolution, it will become 0 for this particular case. Now, so if I take n minus 3 which is greater than 0, okay, so this n minus 3, if I put it greater than 0, then what will happen? So this is tending from 0 to infinity. Okay, but the samples exist for this h of n minus k is only up to n minus 3, because the overlapping region, so here it is for x of k and x of h of n minus k is between 0 to this sample n minus 3. This n minus 3, it may be here or here, whatever it may be. So based on the n value, you will going to get the samples. Okay, so that's why whenever n minus 3 which is greater than 0, the summation exists between 0 to n minus 3. So then your y of n will going to get, so it is summation, so k which is equal to 0 to n minus 3. So now x of k amplitude value it is 1, and h of n minus k amplitude value it is 1. So now this will give, so k equal to 0 to n minus 3, it is 1. So now we know the summation for this. So we know the standard summation, so which is, if n equal to 0 to n minus 1, 1 is there, we can write it as this summation as n. Now this summation you can see here, so whenever n minus 1 is there, we can write n, so that is less than this, so value. Now if I write this one less than this value, it will give n minus 2. So now your y of n for n minus 3 which is greater than 0, so it will be n minus 2. Okay, so now n minus 3, if it is greater than 0, your summation y of n will be equal to n minus 2. Okay, so now this is your convolution sum for this particular problem. Okay, so everywhere again it is 0, only it will exist, so n minus 3 which is greater than 0, it will be exist the convolution sum, that is the value n minus 2, or else, so whenever n minus 3 less than 0, the convolution sum is 0. So is it understood now? Any doubt? Hello, Is it understood? Any step, any doubt? Okay. So now we'll uh, do one more problem and we'll try to do the convolution integral also. Okay, so we can take this one and try to get the answer. Y of n, which is equal to half power n into u of, so n convolution with u of n. So try to do this one. Now first take any one x of n and h of n. So let us take this one as x of n and this one as h of n, and try to do this. Now x of n, so we can sketch like this. From 0 to infinity it will going to have, it will be having 1 at 0, and if it is 1 it will be half, and if it is 2 it will be 1 by 4. So like that it will go on. Now similarly h of n, so it is similar like samples u of n, it is up to infinity. So this is your h of n. So now, so our x of k, so it will be 1 and half, 1 by 4, and it will go on. So the variable as k. So here it is n, now we have changed to k. So now we need to find out what is h of n minus k, because that is our equation, that is y of k. So the y of n equal to summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of k into h of n minus k. So now we can change that x of n into x of k, h of k. Okay, so now this is your h of k. Okay, so now we need, so h of minus k plus n. So first we will shift by an amount of n. So let us say this. So we have shifted by an amount of n. Okay, so this is h of k plus, sorry, k. Okay, so k plus n, no? So now we'll shift to the left side, that is this is n, we are shifting it to the left side. Okay, so now this is n, so k plus n. Now if we reflect this one, so we will going to get, so in the positive side, so this is n, till this value it will going to give. Okay, so here it is n, and in the positive side it will be having the end value which is n. So this is your minus k plus n. Now we need to convolve this one with this, so with this x of k. Okay, so now that one I'll write, so this, whatever this one, h of n minus k. Okay, so this is up to the samples n. Okay, now we need to find out, so what are all the possibilities we have. Now what are all the possibilities when n less than 0? So this samples when it is less than 0, your y of n will be equal to 0. Okay, so now when n greater than 0, when n greater than 0, so then it will, the overlapping region is up to 0 to n. Okay, so this will be having infinity, but the samples it is from only 0 to n. Okay, so that's why we need to have the overlapping region from 0 to n only for this n greater than case, 0 case. Then your y of n will be equal to summation, that is k equal to 0 to n. Okay, so 0 to n, then your x of n will be half power k. Okay, so here we have changed the variable, which is x of k is nothing but half power k. So now into u of n, that is h of n minus k, it is 1. So now this is the value. So now we have, so the standard expression for this, so we know the standard expression, which is, so n equal to 0 to n minus 1, so alpha power n, which is equal to 1 minus alpha power n divided by 1 minus alpha when alpha is less than 1. This we know already. So it is, you can see it is similar like that. So now here instead of n minus 1, n is there. So we have to take that particular value. So n plus 1. So here it is n. So we need to take here. So n plus 1. So this resultant will give y of n, which is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2 power n plus 1 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2. So this will give, so 2 into 1 minus half power n plus 1. So this is for n greater than. Okay, so this is for n greater than. Okay, so is it understood? Any doubt in this? Hello?
No, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do one more problem. Try to do this. Let's do this one. U of x of n equal to 2 power n into u of minus n. Okay, h of n, which is equal to u of n. Now we can, so write this one or find out this one. Okay, if you try to find out, if you don't get solution, I will send it to you. Try to do your own this one. Okay, so this we will you do it, and this we will, if you don't get this, will discuss or I'll send the solution. Try to practice this one, and second one, try to do this also. And this is one of the important problem. So beta y of n, which is equal to beta power n into u of n. So now here this is x of n convolution with u of n minus 3. So it is nothing but half power n whatever we have did. So similar kind of thing, x of n, and u of n minus 3, it is shifted by 3 units. So this one how to take we have seen in the first problem, first or second problem. So this is also you practice. So if you don't get, I'll send the solution. Okay, so these two you practice it. Now we'll do one or two problems on the integral, convolution integral. Okay, so now we know the convolution integral equation. So it is in the continuous time signal. So the convolution integral is for performed on the two continuous time signals. So this is nothing but x of t convolution h of t, so which is equal to summation minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau. Okay, so into d tau. So now here similar like in discrete case, so now here x of n and h of n is there, and we have varied the variable from the k n to k, and since here the similar way in the time domain we are variable, we are changing t to tau. Okay, so that we need to so concentrate here, so the variable tau. So now we can take this problem and we'll try to do the convolution integral. Okay, perform convolution integral. So where h of n which is h of t which is equal to u of t, and x of t which is equal to e power minus at into u of t. Okay, so where in this case a is greater than 0. Okay, now we need to find y of t. Okay, so now first we need to sketch the signal x of t, and then h of t minus tau we want. Okay, so now x of t is given, okay, e power minus at into u of t. Now I need to convert this to h of tau, which is nothing but e power minus a tau into u of tau. So this, if I sketch this one, so you will going to get the decayed exponential. See, since a is greater than 0, that means if a is positive, so if we go on substituting the t values, you will going to get the decaying exponential. Okay, so this is tau, and this is your x of tau, which is e power minus a tau into u of tau. Okay, now we need to find out what is h of t minus tau. So for that, first I need to convert h of t into h of tau. Okay, so now this is u of t, it is nothing but u of tau. Okay, so now I need to shift the signal by amount of t in the positive side, so that is negative side. This we can write it as h of t minus tau. I can write it as h of minus tau plus t. So now this t plus t is the shifted in left side, so this I have shifted to till the value of t. Okay, so this is a tau variable only, so now this is a shifted version. So now if I write the signal h of this reflection of this one minus, so tau plus t, so that reflected version is nothing but so till the value of t. Okay, so now, so one more thing, so this point where we have tau equal to t, that is the variable t whenever it is equal to tau, so this will give the sample at 0. Okay, so now we have to perform this one x of tau into h of t minus t. Okay, so this we need to perform, so the multiplication for the integral limit minus infinity to plus infinity. Now the where the overlapping region exists, so that is your convolution sum. Okay, so now, so the first case whenever t less than 0, now you can see whenever that t with this t less than 0, your y of t will be equal to 0, because here there is no signal. Okay, so whenever this t becomes greater than 0, that is like this, so this signal it is overlapping like this somewhere here. I don't know the value of t, but it is overlapping region. So now which is the overlapping region? Overlapping region is whenever t greater than 0, so this is our overlapping region, so the multiplication gives the value, that is t greater than 0, so your integral exists between, so your integral exists between 0 to t. Okay, so which is equal to 0 to t. Now x of tau which is known, so that is e power minus a tau. Now h of t minus tau, so the amplitude value which is 1, so which is 1 into beta. So now if I perform this integration, we will going to get e power minus a tau by minus a, so limit is from 0 to t. Okay, so now that resultant it will give, so the solution for t greater than 0, So which if I substitute t here, you will going to get e power minus at, and if I substitute 0 here, it will become e power 0, that is nothing but 1. So divided by minus a, and you will going to get, so 1 over a into 1 minus e power minus at. So now this is the y of t for t greater than 0, and it is 0 for t less than 0. Okay, is it understood? Hello, any doubt?
Yes.
No doubt, sir. Understood.
Okay. Now you try to do this one, so I'll just expect answer from you. Y of t, which is equal to so x of t convolution with h of t. Now x of t, which is given like this, so this is the sample at 0, this is 0, this is 1, 2, this is t. Okay, so that is nothing but e power minus 3t into u of t minus u of t minus 2. So this is the x of t signal, and h of t, so it is nothing but e power minus t into u of t. This is what we are going to get, e power. So this is your h of t. Now this is x of t and this is h of t. Now try to find out the convolution integral. Try to do this one. Now what is your x of tau? It is nothing but e power minus 3 tau into u of tau minus u of tau minus 2. That is nothing but, so this. Okay. Now h of tau. So now I'll just take h of tau. H of tau means, so this variable is changed to tau, and this will be the value 1. Now h of tau plus t, I need to shift this signal by an amount left side, so that is, so somewhere here I will going to start the signal. So this is the shifted value t. So now the amplitude value 1, so it is at the shifted value t. Okay, now if I reflect that signal, so I will going to get the h of, so this is nothing but e power minus t into, that is tau into u of tau. Okay, so now whenever we change the variable, that is shift the signal tau plus t, so then here we can have corresponding the shift happens. Okay, so that we can write it as, so h of, so tau plus t, which is equal to, so e power minus of tau plus t. So or we can after shift we can have that, so that also possible. Okay, so after shift we'll going to write the expression. So now if I shift this, the reflection if I do, so we will going to get, so the reflected one here, so this will going to like this up to t. Now your h of, so minus tau plus t, so this will become, so now we need to replace tau by, so minus tau plus t. So now if I replace that one, we will going to get e power minus, so minus of minus tau, it will become the plus tau, and then this will become minus t, so tau minus t. So this is what expression h of minus tau plus t we will going to get, so this one. Okay, so now you need to replace this while performing the integral. Okay, so now that is h of t minus tau or minus tau plus t, which is equal to, so tau minus t. So now, so this one we know that till the value of t. Now we have to see the solution whenever t less than 0, this t is less than 0. Okay, so we will going to get y of t will be equal to 0. Okay, now second case what will happen, since it is a limited the value only over the duration, first we will see whenever t less than 2 and t greater than 2, again there is a two case when t greater than 0. Okay, so when t is greater than 0 but it is less than 2. Okay, so that is something like this, so the overlapping point somewhere here t is there, I don't know what is the value of t, it may be 0.5, 1, 1.5, I don't know. So whenever this t is less than 2 but greater than 0, so that is the case. So now what will happen, your y of t, y of t will be equal to 0 to t. Okay, so that is the limit 0 to t. Then your input signal is e power minus 3 tau, and the impulse response signal is e power tau minus t into d tau. So now this is the convolution integral, you need to perform this one. Okay, so now if I do that one, now if I do that one, y of t which is equal to 0 to t e power minus 3 tau into e power tau minus t into d tau. Okay, so now I can take it e power minus t out, because here the tau is the variable, integral variable, and 0 to t e power minus 2 tau, because the minus 3 tau plus tau it will become minus 2 tau, and you will going to get, so this one integral if you perform e power minus 2 tau by, so that is minus 2, and limit is from 0 to t. So this if I do e power minus t into, so if I substitute the integral e power minus 2t minus 0, if I substitute it will become 1, and this divided by minus 2. So and the solution is y of t which is equal to e power minus t by 2 into 1 minus e power minus 2. So this is the solution when 0 to t less t is greater than 0 and less than. Now the last case is whenever this t becomes greater than 2. So something like this. Okay. So whenever this t becomes greater than 2. Okay. So t greater than 2. Okay. So then what will happen? So if t greater than 2 but our x of t exists between 0 to 2, even the signal is there greater than 2 but the x of t is exist only between 0 to 2. So that's why the overlapping convolution is between 0 to 2 only for t greater than 2. Okay. So for this, so we have the integral varies between 0 to 2 only. Okay. So this is x of tau which is nothing but e power minus 3 tau and h of tau which is nothing but e power t minus tau into theta. Okay. So now we need to perform this one. So if I do that calculation, we will going to get y of t which is equal to, so 0 to 2 e power minus 2 tau into e power minus tau into d tau, sorry, e power plus tau and then e power minus t. Okay, this is e power plus tau and e power minus t into d tau. So now if I take e power minus t outside, we're going to get, sorry, 3 tau. So this is 0 to 2 e power minus 2 tau into d tau. So e power minus t, so into e power minus 2 tau by minus 2, 0 to 2. This will give power minus t into, so e power minus 4 minus e power 0, so divided by minus 2, so which will give, so e power minus t by 2 into 1 minus e power minus 4. So this is the value for t greater than 2. Okay. So now we need to write, so the obtained solution for t less than 0 and t between 0 to 2, then t greater than 2. These are all the results which we have. So this one, and then this one. So combined together we will going to get the convolution integral. Is it understood? Any doubt in this? Hello? Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Rakshit, understood? Sonu Bhatt,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Rishabh,
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Pramod.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
So anybody any doubt you can ask. Otherwise, so you practice two more problems which I'll give. So if you have any doubts, you can later you can ask. I will send the solutions. Okay. So try to practice these problems. So y of t which is equal to u of t plus 1 convolved with u of t minus 2. Then one more. So this is one another important. You can try it out. Y of t which is equal to x of t convolution with h of t, where x of t which is given by e power at into u of minus t and h of t which is equal to e power minus at into u of plus t. Okay. So in both the cases a greater than 0. So try to do this one. We'll see. Okay. So I will give the quiz between 7 to 7:30. So you can write. and I will send by tomorrow the finalized marks and also the scheme and solution of all quiz and test papers. So we'll finalize tomorrow.
Sir, when will be the SAS exam, sir?
Exam I don't know, so maybe today or day after, means tomorrow or day after tomorrow they will announce. So
Sir, there is only 2 days left, sir. Still timetable not given.
yeah, they will announce. So from the COE it has to come. Okay,
Okay.
they will announce. So don't worry about the dates. So they will announce. But
We have to prepare now, sir.
yeah,
We'll have
yeah,
other
that's why. But actual in the semester itself, that summer semester timetable itself, they have actually told that from 25th exam will be there, like right, 24th,
Yes, sir.
25th or 24th.
25th, sir.
25th.
Yesterday, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow, lab exams are there, sir. And
Okay,
from 25th onwards, we are having.
theory 25th onwards.
Yes, sir.
So maybe they will announce today by